what were your expectations then going into it? Like, do you think that was exceeded or was it challenged? Because obviously you're like, okay, I'm gonna sign up for this. But
Right.
did it meet the expectations what you were expecting?
Yeah, it did. Probably a little bit more than I thought it was going to be in terms of meeting expectations. For one thing, you guys do lay out the curriculum topics up front. You might have to look for it on a page or two on the website, but it's clearly there. So if you aren't sure what you're going to get, there's a PDF that you guys provide that tells people these are
Hmm.
the topics. Um, when I got into it after that 1 hour, I said, okay, well, I'm signed up here. Here we go. I looked at the fact that you guys do have a community that people can ask questions and get answers. I found that you have a good look and feel through the whole course. I want to say pleasing to the eye, but I mean it was a good place to be with your mind and your eyes, seeing the branding and seeing the people. And the one thing about the instructors, they all come from different walks of life, and they all have different settings. So you guys are not in a big studio, but you know what? That makes it more real. There's a cohesive feel to the course. And when I got into it, I thought, okay, each one of them, you can see the way it's laid out with the panels of course names and everything, um, what the topic's going to be. So you set your mind right away on this. And just like anything in real life, there's a couple of topics you
Okay.
may go, well, for me, this is going to be a little challenge to get through it. But I'd say the vast majority of them super excited to jump into each one.
Was there anyone that surprised you that was, in a good or
Mm,
constructive way? Like
yeah,
you're just like, wow, I wasn't even thinking about this.
yeah. I think that seeing things on the stewardship, the procurement, the negotiation strategies, the self-care. Um, I thought there was going to be more about, initiate, plan, execute, control, closing,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. A little bit of the PMP world in there. But what I found topics that in subjects within the topics of the course, terminologies like the Pomodoro technique, the Eisenhower decision matrix, things like that either I'd heard of or I hadn't used in so long, or when I heard them the first time, I was like, "That's a good technique, but I don't know how I'll ever use that." And now, after years and years of doing PM work, all of a sudden you see that and say, "That's what that's called." Okay, well I did that, and it's a good refresher that way.
Is there anything you did take away and start using?
Yeah, a lot of the risk stuff I took away. I've always been fascinated by risk management, and in fact, probably in the last year, because I started early in the year to do this course, I've looked at things with more of a risk management attitude. And sometimes I can drive myself crazy. It's not like, well, what kind of traffic am I going to hit today, and should I bring road flares and all that? But it's more like how to see something coming up in your project that you would have thought, well, yeah, of course that could happen. It's not the meteor's going to hit the earth,
Oh yeah.
level, but it's more like, okay, maybe an engineer is going to be sick with COVID or something. And do we have the backups? Do we know where to get the backups? Have we talked to the people who may know where to get the backups? That kind of thing. So, I found that useful. I found the risk one. Contracts and negotiations. I've been in those kinds of events before, so it was a good refresher to see the terminology. The fixed price, the T&M, the CP, cost plus kinds of things. But to know that that stuff is still out there, even though you may not be touching it these days, to see that kind of stuff out there is it's encouraging, and it inspires you to take the things that you learn and go apply it, because there's so much that you guys offer up, that there's so much that you can apply and try things differently and maybe get a success that you were having trouble getting a success with.